Okay, welcome everyone. If you're watching this right now, spend some 20 to 25 minutes with us because this is going to be life changing. So I was talking with a friend a couple of days ago and he was just sharing with me about a guy he met who currently just had a master's degree in nursing. And this guy was saying he's so stuck, he does not know what to do, he does not know what to do with life. And that became something interesting. Like after 5 years in primary school, secondary school, now he's a master's degree holder and yet he has still stuck somewhere, they don't know what to do. This is why we are having this conversation right now. Because you need to move from a place where you're confused, you're stuck, and find clarity. Because after spending so much money in school, if you're not clear enough, then it looks as if your life was just wasted. So today I have with me one of the lead coaches and trainers from the Achievers Coaching Tribe, the community helping entrepreneurs find clarity and then build very successful businesses and careers. Dr. Francis, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, JV. It is an honor to be here. I hope you're having a great day.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to have you from the Achievers Profit Tribe, a community that is helping a lot of entrepreneurs out there. So to keep this very short, I'm just going to ask a couple of questions which I believe our audience are really seeking to find answers to. And so let's start it from this perspective. Can you share a personal story where you struggled one time to find your true self? You were just stuck and you don't know what to do.
Yes, if we can piggyback to when I finished my bachelor degree and I was in a transition on what to do at the level of masters, I was thinking about whether diving into masters or going to teachers training or having so many other thoughts in mind. But then one of the things which helped me focus is when I zoom into the next 10, 15 years and who I really wanted to be and the kind of impact I really wanted to create, I noticed that yes, the immediate option, which seemed like this was like way to go, and maybe you can see immediate result, would not really build me to a person I really wanted to be. So instead of diving straight into masters or going to ENS, I decided to volunteer for a nonprofit. But the
Wow.
reason for volunteering was not just because I wanted to keep myself busy, was because I've made up my mind to be someone who can impact a community. And I realized that by volunteering, I'll get the opportunity to meet with people in the community. I'll get the opportunity to talk with leaders who are piloting this program. And then from there, I'll be able to build something unique. And doing that for about 2 years, we're able to start my own organization, which I can say it's been quite a great lesson and successful today. So, in a nutshell, it's okay to be lost, but then we need to be able to sit back and think about the future and be willing to pay the price, delay the gratification. So shifting our focus from what can give us immediate result, but always thinking to where are we heading to in future and how we can be able to use the resources we have now to become the person we want to become.
Wow. While you were talking, I was just sitting right here and imagining for the fact that every successful person you see today has gone through that phase of their life where probably they were stuck and they did not just know the next move to take. And so you're watching this right now, you're in the phase of your life where other people have been there. And so all you need is really to get the clarity and then the knowledge that will help you navigate this phase of your life. So I want you to stick to this solution because something is very important. At the end of this, we have a very important gift to give you. So the requirements for somebody watching this right now, what do you think are the common challenges that people face when they are trying to find their true self, and then how do they navigate through these challenges?
So the first main challenge is many people struggle on their own. What
No.
helped me was because I had a mentor, I had someone who was already far ahead, and I've seen them really succeed. And I asked them, "Hey, how did you do it?" It's like, "Oh, this is where I started." And when I started like this a couple of years back, many of my friends were laughing at me. But then 5 years after, you can see the gap. And he said, "Don't be afraid to start, but then you need someone to guide you in the process." and someone that has been there. So while I was doing that, I was constantly talking to my mentor at that point, my coach, and it's like, okay, you're on the right track, do this. Now, having someone who have the track record, have been there, can walk you through. It's very important. So that's going to be my main advice for people who are struggling. The first thing is that identify someone who have gone through that process, and you
Wow.
can definitely see. And when you're identifying people, don't follow people because of the success they can show on social media or because of who they see. Follow people because of their story. Where were they
Wow.
before they became what they are? And how can you learn from the story? Because you cannot replicate what they are doing at that particular moment, but you can learn from their journey to become who they are today.
Wow. That's so striking. Following people who have been there. You mentioned something which is very profound. You're going to come back with mentorship. I believe that a couple of people watching this, they are coming from different backgrounds. Somebody said you have three things. You have your identity, and then you have your uh, identity. He said identity is what your culture is telling you, people are telling you, which these things are not true. So it is lie identity. And then somebody said you have identity, which are sometimes the beliefs you even hold about your own self, which are not even true, but you are, this is my own identity. And then you said you have your identity, which is the identity that probably your God divine purpose and identity that God
Yeah.
truly gives you. I want you to just make a comment on that. When it comes to finding people's true self, what is there a relationship it has with faith and especially God?
Definitely. Now, God created us to succeed. So what you're
No.
looking for is inside you, it's not outside you.
Hmm.
Now, many people focus on what they see. Based on my community, this business cannot work. Based on this cannot work. So we focus our fight on the visual. But
Wow.
then the greatest power you have is the imagination. I
Hmm.
grew up from a very small village, and but then when I was growing up, I've made up my mind that one day I'm going to come and transform the whole entire village, which means
Wow.
that I will not allow where I am coming from limit me.
Hmm.
And why going through that process? It wasn't a smooth ride. For instance, I give you why I enrolled the university. I wanted to become a medical doctor. But in those days, back in 2003, University of Boya was so tight that you can apply for anything and they give you anything. So they actually gave me botany instead of my first choice was medical laboratory science. My second choice was nursing. My third choice
Wow.
was biology. But I was given botany. There's definitely no relation with that, right? But
Hmm.
I did not allow that draw me back. I did it and I graduated with a second class lower, which was definitely really great. But immediately after that, I understood that it was
Wow.
the foundation to help me go to where I wanted. Today, I'm in the space of business coaching, I'm in the
Wow.
space of IT, I'm in the space of so many things. Right. So I would say that the major goal is to
Wow.
have that foundation and then think beyond what you can see. If you can imagine it, you can do it. Think
Wow.
about greatest people in your community, people who are making impact. Why is it that they can succeed given the fact that we are all coming from the same background and then your own case is different?
Wow.
When you start asking some of these
Wow.
powerful questions, it helps you to think rightly. But the most important gift you have is that don't budget your thinking. A lot of people budget their thinking. Oh, I only have 15,000. I can only do this. I cannot do this. But it's not about budgeting your thinking. It's about dreaming big. And then when you dream big, the right resources are going to align.
Wow. I had a similar experience. 2016, I came to University of Boya. Wanted to read mass communication, but the first choice that they gave me was accountancy. And this me coming from a secondary school background, never done any commercial studies, knew nothing about accounting. So I had to come back in 2017 and we apply again to come into mass communication.
Yeah.
And just like you mentioned, something very profound that what we are seeking for is inside and not sometimes just outside. Well, the completion of man may be outside, but everything that is really is from within. And so, like you've rightly said, most people begin maybe that journey through social media. They are looking at people and they are trying to just get what other people are doing, and then they miss out on their true identity or their real self. So let's look at it from the perspective of our world today. A young person is watching this right now. Probably they are scrolling to social media. They are seeing the kind of lifestyle, and they are looking at this what they want to live. And because one of the most greatest disconnect to our race self today is social media. I want to just expatiate a little bit again on how people can manage social media to just cut out the noise and then find their true self before going to these platforms and just really see what is there.
Yeah, it's a very simple fix.
Mm.
Build a dream that is bigger than social media.
Wow.
People are glued to social media because there is nothing more important than social media. So I can spend 2, 3 hours scrolling. Think
Mm.
about a problem in your community that you want to solve and start building a problem. You realize that 24 hours is not enough to talk to the people who can give you the solution. Start
Wow.
thinking about in the next 20 years, I want to be able to manufacture an app that can support about 50,000 students pay their fees. Get into thinking. You realize that
Wow.
you don't have time for social media. So social media
Wow.
is just an excuse that I don't have nothing to do with my life. Social media is not it's only a distraction to people who definitely don't have a dream. But I post on social media every day, but I don't see what is there. Like I only go there to
Wow.
do what I want. Simply because my day is too busy for me to start going there and asking who is posting and stuff. But if you
Wow.
don't have a dream, if you don't start thinking about building, if all you're thinking is hoping and believing that someone is going to come someday, then you find a lot of idle time. So social media is not a distraction. It's only a distraction when you don't have a dream. So you now chase other people's dream, and all you are doing is filling yourself with. I was like, people say, "Oh, it's fun. I just want to go there and chill." But
Yes. Yes.
the more you give yourself to it, the more you become it. There's no amount of laughter that can build your dream. Trust me. I'm not saying
Mm.
laughter is not good, but every time you're going there, think about the fact. I'll give you an example. Whenever I go on Facebook or TikTok, you can see so many distractive things. But I redirect myself more to focus on LinkedIn and say, hey, you should be on LinkedIn building your brand. You should be working on a book. You should do this. And that reminder always draw me back. But if I had no plan, if I had no dream, I have no excuse. So social media, we can be friends.
Wow. 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 Build a dream that is bigger than social media. I mean, before going to social media, you should have something that curates you, that drives you. So that when you go to social media, you're putting in the energy, the time in the right way. So I'm very concerned about people who come from certain cultures and backgrounds where probably they were looked down upon, they were seen that like the underdogs, they were treated bad. Nobody ever thought that there was anything good that can come out of these particular persons. And sometimes these things just have a way they break us down emotionally and drain our energy, even when we are grown and we now want to engage. Like there are people that they walk into a bathroom, they just feel like maybe I'm not the best person for this deal. There are people that they have opportunities, they just feel like I should not be the one in this room. There are people that are more qualified than me. Doctor, I want you to speak to such people right now because that may be one of the greatest killers of people finding their true identity. Something is there, but they bury it because they came from a particular place where this thing just had an effect on them.
Can you rephrase that question again for me? Make it a bit more concise so that I can focus on the key point. Thank you.
Yes, so doctor, I want you to speak to people watching this right now who are down. They came from cultures, from families, from societies, from communities where the words spoken to them, the things they saw has a negative effect on them. They believe that they are not enough. They walk into bathrooms, they feel that this is not my place. They have opportunity, they feel like maybe I'm not qualified for this, it should be somebody else. I want you to speak to such people right now because this may just be what is holding them from truly connecting with their true power.
Yeah, that's a very powerful one. Your identity or your background should not define you. You should not
Wow.
be defined by what people say. The easy fix to that is that start listening and reading books that gives you a positive mindset. Now I
Wow.
started reading. Give me a quick second. So sorry about that. Now, the first thing that anyone would think I've been held back because of where I'm coming from. I'm coming from a disadvantaged community. I'm coming because everyone is telling me I'm not good. That is a lie. You spoke something about identity. That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
To turn things around, it's very simple. Start looking at the image you want to become. Start reading books. Start listening to people who were
Wow.
there before. There are thousands of people who were there. This morning, I was going through LinkedIn and I saw a post on 10 TED Talk video that could change your life. Now, they're
Wow.
in my list to listen to them. When I wake up, I'm listening to those important video. I'm studying my Bible. I'm listening to a preaching. Now, these are things that can change your life. What I'm going to emphasize on, especially, is on people knowing the importance of a book that can transform their life, which is the
Wow.
Bible. Now, things started really making sense to me when I started studying and reading my Bible and understanding what God says about my life. And then I came across Proverbs chapter 3, the verse number 5. It says that, we say that what? Trust in God with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. And that was a mind changing stuff for me. So anytime when I have something I'm thinking about, like, God, what do you want me to do? And I started
Wow.
having revelation of what to do. The first book I wrote, I was praying, and God gave me the idea from A to Z. I sat down by 12 midnight, by 5 a.m. I have written all the chapters. Get up your
Wow.
comfort zone. Although it wasn't a big book, but it created so much impact. Today, I've written several books. Why? Because I'm not focusing on my background. What people are saying about me doesn't make sense at all. The goal is what God is saying and where I'm heading to.
Wow. Dr. Francis, you mentioned something that I want to just say back, like you said it. You said one of the most important things that people can do is to find value in books, the value of books. And that is so true. If you're watching this right now, I want you to just stay again. Because at the end of this particular commission right now, we are going to offer you a book, right? So the value of books cannot be undermined. There are stories of countless entrepreneurs, business people who have said it is this book that changed my life, it is this particular book that helped me. And so we are going to hand you a book at the end of this commission right now, and that can be your own life changing moment. Let's speak a little bit to entrepreneurs because entrepreneurs shape our society. They are the future of every economy. If you the entrepreneurs right now who are looking to build a business, probably they have a project, they have an idea they are working on. What should they do? How do they connect with that true power that is within them to be able to build these amazing dreams that they have?
Davis, and very interesting, you just spoke about the book, and which is one of the book we just published on how to help entrepreneurs find their true self.
Yeah.
Now, many entrepreneurs, they have bigger dreams, but they're struggling and they don't know where to go. And the journey is quite frustrating and sometimes it's lonely. Trust me, I've been there. But then I remember back somewhere in 2018, we came together as a group of people. We started having weekly mastermind, which was more like entrepreneurs supporting entrepreneurs. Now, this is more like 5, 6 years after that. We've been able to see massive result on that. And
Wow.
we came out with a book on the expert entrepreneur, which we definitely will be sharing a copy with you at the end of the day, just to share our journey. Most of us now we own our own companies, and then we're helping others also grow in the brand. But how was the journey? What were the steps we actually take in the whole process? That's it. If you're an entrepreneur and it seems like it's not working, the best you can have is in, I would say, coaching or mentorship, or
Wow.
joining a cohort of other in the journey to gain inspiration. And recently, I just hired a coach, and that I hired a coach. The reason I hired a coach because I needed a new face in my business. And when I sat with my coach within a space of 15 minutes, like, look, change this, change this, change. It brought a whole new way. That was priceless. That's something that would have taken me about 2 years. And then when I set up my profile the way he asked me to set it, people naturally start coming to me and like, where have all of these people been? Right. So
Wow.
for people who are struggling, it's simple. Look for someone ahead of you, ask them, hey, how have you been? You must be willing to serve, you must be willing to learn, and then you can become.
Wow. For people who are struggling, look for somebody and ask them how to get your way through. So let's talk about the expert entrepreneurs community, the Achievers Pursuit Tribe, which currently is run by 6 coaches. And you've written an amazing book, The Incredible Power of Becoming Your True Self, with Dr. Robert, Coach Vicky, Coach Marie, and a couple of other coaches. Let's talk about what is the main vision behind this community. If our audience are watching this right now and somebody I know is going to make a decision to join this community, what should they expect?
And what they should expect? Expect to be able to talk to people who have been where they are, who understand where the shoe actually pinch, and who have a roadmap which you can be able to take. The advantage of anyone who wants to be part of the expert entrepreneur cohort or entrepreneur coaching is that what took me 6, 10 years to figure out, I'm giving it to you in less than a month. Right.
Wow.
I'm giving it to you in less than a month. And that makes the whole entire difference. So it's very important to actually identify all of this and come up with it. What actually takes people so many years, the advantage of coaching is that they can they can package that and they give it to you in less than 5 seconds. I spoke about a coach I sat down with in less than 15 minutes. That's what has taken him more than 10 years to figure out. But
Wow.
just a clip, you can get that. Right. And working with outstanding coaches, Dr. Robert, Coach Marie, Coach Vicky, Coach Jenna, Coach Danielle. These are people who are doing extremely well. They have the proof of concept.
Wow.
You can agree with me that for any company that want to build something, the first thing they are looking for, they want to build a proof of concept. When they build a proof of concept, they can show you that it works. Now, there's nothing that can beat result. If you can see result, and this is what I tell everybody, don't come to me for coaching just because you like me. Come to me because you can see the result. Right.
Wow.
And the same thing when you're going for anywhere to hire a coach, what's their result? What can they show? Right. Today we have a whole lot of social media noise. AI can do almost anything. But
Yeah.
the result, when you have that result, the proof of concept, the guidance, and one most important thing which is very peculiar about the Achiever Pursuit is that we are all faith based. So we believe we can do it, but then we believe that God can do more. So we always
Wow.
partner with God in the entire process. Now you
Wow.
can do it. God expects you to do your own part. We're not in the generation where we sit and expect God to do everything. No, you put in your effort and God comes in to complement your effort by directing you to the right direction.
Wow, this is so amazing. So the power of community. That's just one thing I can summarize from everything you just said. Now, the power of a very strong community. And one thing I believe doctors today is that, like you mentioned about AI, information is no longer scarce in our world. With a
Yeah.
couple of clicks, you can get information everywhere. But what is not yet available to everybody upon the face of the earth today is community. So there are things you can Google online, but when you find yourself in a community of people who have done these things, who have been there, and then they can listen to you and help you navigate your way through, is something that no one can be able to pay for. And that is why right now I want to recommend to everyone watching this right now. There is just one thing you need to do right now is to get the materials that the Achievers Pursuit community is offering to you. Doctor, let's just to wrap this up, let's talk about the course. I believe I know you told the book, 6 coaches have written the book.
Yeah.
Being capable of becoming your true self. I've read this book myself, and then you have a course to finding your true self. So
Yeah.
let's just talk about the book and this course. What is inside? What is the value? What transformation do people get from it?
Thank you. Now, the book is about the incredible power of becoming your true self, which is a journey in only take. Now, the course is becoming your true self. Now, you've read the book about what you can become. Now, the course is now taking the practical on becoming it. Right. So,
Wow.
the book which I think every entrepreneur should get. Number one, when someone writes a book, they're pouring out all they know in that book. The
Wow.
reason why books still remain the powerful tools of transformation is because they carry the spirit and the revelation of people. When you write from a place of emotion. Right. I can practice to speak and I speak everything, but writing is completely different. And
Wow.
then now when you go to the course is not just any cause. It's about this is a strategy and a blueprint that have helped hundreds of people get to A and B. Now,
Wow.
this is going to give you the foundation that you need on the different steps that you need to take to get there. When you become aware, you are empowered to take action. The reason
Wow.
why many people are skeptical to take action is because they are not aware. They have not educated themselves. Now
Wow.
they're focusing more on what others who have failed has told them. If you meet anyone who have succeeded, they will tell you you can succeed. But meet people who do not have anything to offer, they will tell you how difficult it is. To change your scenario, change the people you are engaging with. If you want result, take away anyone from your circle who is not result oriented and bring the people in your circle who are result oriented.
Wow.
One of my mentors will say that if you're working with five fools, they are not five, they are six because you're going to be the next. And if you're working with five wise people, they're not five, they're six because you're going to be the next. So redefining our community simply get us where we want to be.
Wow. So to everyone watching this right now, you've heard everything. Okay, so this is how to get these materials. There is an amazing offer that the Achievers Pursuit community is making to you right now. Amazing offer. So this is how it works. You can get this book on Amazon, or if you're watching this video now on YouTube, you're going to go to the description, the comment section. You're going to find details on how to get this book and this particular course. So for the Amazon link, when you go there, you can get the soft copy or you can get the hard copy. Now, if you're getting the soft copy, you need to get the course on the MentorBiz platform. You go to mentorbiz.com. We're going to put the link here for you to get that course. But here's the big deal. If you're getting the paperback book on Amazon right now, you are going to get the course for free. So you're getting two resources for the price of just one. So once you get the paperback book on Amazon for $14.9, you're going to get the course that is also $25 for free. So if you go ahead right now within the next 48 hours and get the paperback book on Amazon, send a message to the number we're also going to attach in this note of description. We are going to send you the course. So that I think is one of the most amazing things you can do. So if you're wondering, I said, is this another book, another course where I bought online and nobody cared about me? That is not true. Once you get this book and this particular course right now, you're going to be added to a community where you have access to 6 coaches and 6 expert entrepreneurs who are going to be talking to you. You can ask them questions, you can interact with them. These are people that charge thousands of dollars to share the knowledge that they are going to be sharing with you in that community. So you're literally buying your way or having access to these people for just $14.9 today. And if you get access right now, there are a couple of other bonuses that are going to be shared to you. And then you have a very strong supportive community. So doctor, before we go, I want you to just talk to our audience about the value of people assessing, because from my perspective, I've gotten a lot of value when it comes to coaching and all of that. But I want you to just emphasize on everybody right now why you need to take this action immediately, because I know this is going to change your lives.
Talking about a value, one thing I tell everyone is that you can never put a price to intellectual knowledge.
That's true. Wow.
I'll give you an example. I want to teach you how to make $20 online today.
Wow.
And I'm asking you to pay me $2,000 to teach you how to make $20.
Wow.
And this is the way you're going to see it. Oh, $20 and you're asking me $2,000. That's too expensive. Right.
No.
That's the way you see it. But what you forget is that I'm giving you the ability to make $20 for life.
Wow.
Imagine making $20 just a day for the next 5 years. How much would
Wow.
that? Now, this is what people don't see. And they tend to put so much price on, oh, this is expensive, this is expensive. And they don't focus on the value. There is nothing that you can pay for someone that will help you on a strategy that will grow your business. You keep that forever. When
Wow.
I wrote my first book, not only my first book, one of the books that I wrote, Skyrocket Your Business as a Rockers, I hired a coach and I paid that coach over $14,000. Now, this is the
Wow.
reason I paid that coach that money. She was making $1 million a month.
Wow.
So it was an outrageous sum to pay someone just for them to teach you how to write a book. But behind that, my interest was what makes this person different from me? How are they a coach and they can make $1 million?
Wow.
I did not just write a book. I led a system that has powered all of my businesses. And next year, we're working on building that same system to teach people. Now
Wow.
you realize that from 2017, where I paid and invested that $14,000, I've been able to make that money times what figure you can think about. And today I'm still doing that. Right. But what if I miss that opportunity? I would never have learned how to build a program where someone can pay $3,000 on the spot to work with you.
Wow.
I would have like I would start with okay, you can buy this for $50, you can buy this. But it's just about talking to people who are making the difference. Now I learned how to create an offer that can do this. Now I'm learning how to create an offer where someone can pay you $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. The same framework. You just need to grow to it. I'm not saying that anyone can start from that level. You start from the basics.
Wow.
Right? When I started, remember I started with business as a rockers, and I have a course on that. How to start a business as a rockers, and I was asking people to pay just $100 to learn how to start their own business, and they were not even able to pay that. Right. So now we're not doing business as a rockers. We've grown to scaling up the businesses, but it starts from the step which everyone wants to start now, and that
Wow.
has been about 6, 7 years back.
Wow. Wow. So incredible. So everyone, check the comment section of this video. Go to the description. You'll find every detail on how to get the course, the Amazon link. You'll find every detail on how to send us a message. So if you want more clarity or you just want to ask some questions, send APT, that is Achievers Pursuit Tribe, to this particular number that is displayed to you right now. Send the message to it. Ask any questions. We're always available to answer these questions. And once you get the book, remember the offer. Once you get the hard copy book on Amazon today, you're getting the course for free, and you send the message to the same number. So that is it. Your journey to finding your true self has begun. If you're a student, you're a mother, you're a wife, you're an entrepreneur right now, you feel stuck, you feel confused, you don't know what step to take, this is the best moment for you to plug in and then find a pathway to navigate your journey as you make progress in life. Doctor, thank you so much for being here. We are so grateful for the things you've shared with our audience, and I believe that this is just a very little drop from the amazing wealth of knowledge that is going to be shared in that community, especially when we have Dr. Robert and the other coaches on board. Thank you so much, Doctor. Any last words to our audience before we say goodbye?
Thank you very much, sir. It's a pleasure being here.
Thank you, sir. Okay, everyone, go get it. Bye.